Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Hilltop Pillbox here in Abbotsford, British Columbia, Canada. And yeah, we're starting another round of the fantastic magnum opus of historical board gaming, Global War 1939. As you can see, we're all set up and ready to go here. As I was getting ready to film, I noticed I actually forgot a unit here and there, so I'm going to tidy them up, but it's not going to be too terrible to get that done. And here we go. The great thing about this game, you just get right into it. So Germany's got to go after Poland, got to go after France, and they have what's called a second impulse if you're not familiar with the game. So they get to do a build, they do combat move, combat, non-combat move, and then they place their build. And then they get to do another combat move and combat. So in so doing, typically Warsaw falls and Paris falls. And typically the British home fleet is destroyed. If they do it right, there's no chance to hold on to a British home fleet. And we're playing Captain G and Eggman, and they do it right. So my home fleet will no doubt be destroyed in round one. And a couple other little things for you to note about this game. The Soviet Union, if Moscow falls, the capital can be transferred to Novosibirsk or Leningrad, depending on how things are going, and the fight can continue on. And you'll see Novosibirsk does have a major factory. And even if Moscow falls, they tend to be hauling in some decent scratch, and they can get Lend-Lease from America. Here is the game. This is the goal of the game, our victory cities. So the Axis start with 6. And actually, they don't start with 6. I should get Warsaw over there. And Paris. I guess I was thinking farther ahead. They have 4. And that leaves the rest, the balance here, in Allied hands. But typically, Paris and Warsaw fall on round 1. So they should have 6. And yeah, it's good times. Another nice component of this game is the Communist Chinese. Not a huge force, but just another pain in the butt for the Japanese to worry about. And they are linked directly, of course, to the Soviet Union. Typically only hauling in a meager economy of 3, possibly 5. Once Japan and Soviet Union are at war, they get a 2 bonus. Japanese. They are a real fun nation to play. I got to play them in the last game. Let's get some more light on here. I got to play them in the last game, and they are a lot of fun to play, but there's a lot of responsibilities to look for. The Banzai dice, you can have your regular infantry Banzai, and they're just +1, but they can't retreat. Once they Banzai, it's over. And you see the red units, and you see the fighters with the pink beads on them as well. These are veteran troops and veteran fighters. They attack a little bit better and defend a little bit better. So they're a lot of fun. And the Japanese also have 3 sneak attacks that they are able to do anytime up until and including round 5. So I forgot to get the dice out for them. But you get the Tora dice. And the Tora dice show you that these are the 3 sneak attacks, and essentially everything that you attack is doesn't get to shoot back on round 1. Talk about a real sneak attack. And if you attack the Americans with this, then the Americans, their boats are -2 on rounds 2 through however long they survive. So the Tora dice, we're going to put them out here. Typically it's used on turn 3 by Japan, but we'll see what Captain G and Eggman have in store, because if utilized correctly, you can take San Francisco. And taking San Francisco does cause quite a bit of consternation for the Allies, because America loses a bonus, plus a territory of 8, plus the factory, when they take it back, if they take it back, is destroyed, and they've got to start all over. So it can be a very interesting way to utilize the Tora. So we do have to be careful Triple Crown is playing America and the USSR, and including KMT and CCP. I'll be playing the Commonwealth nations around the world. So Canada, France, I know they're not really Commonwealth, but they are in this game. UK, Europe, of course, FEC, and ANZAC. All right, well, that's the intro video. Now I'm going to now get ready to shoot my UK turn once we get to that position. That'll be right on the tail end of this video, so stay tuned. All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Hilltop Pillbox, and this is already past the intro, so I'm not going to do a huge greeting again, just welcome here. And we are about to have some attacks on behalf of the United Kingdom, who has had its home fleet throttled and finds itself under siege already by a massive German fleet, courtesy of the French, who gave them these 4 boats and a Vichy boat. So I have to come and attack that, but I'm attacking it with boats that I got. So that's pretty cool. There's also the Graf Spee up here. He didn't head south and take out transports. He came up here to convoy. So my sub is going to come out and try to kill that. Got a couple of subs out here, so my destroyer is going to come out and attack them. And we're attacking the fleet with all the air power you see there. It's just impossible to shoot this and move everything at the same time. But that's the only shooting that we got going on. Everything else is going to be non-com. So let's just get right at it. If you look here, I have set up the dice color coordinated, similar to what Captain G does. And we're going to give that a whirl. So we're going to start with the real simple one here. This is, the white dice is 6, green is 4. So this is my submarine doing a sneak attack on the Graf Spee. If I get a hit, then that's it. I got a hit, and he got a miss. So the Graf Spee is going to go down. So we'll just do this over here. The next one are the 2 submarines at a 2. And my bomber, 2 4s, and the destroyer at a 4. So there's no reason we can't roll this all together. And we got them both, but he got a hit on me. So we're going to lose the destroyer. So the destroyer is going to die. Now we have the big one. So he has, this is his fleet here. This is the transport, the sub, 2 destroyers, and his battleship. So he has a submarine, so he does get a sneak, because I actually don't have a destroyer in my little fleet. So here we go. Okay, so his sub missed. We'll put him down there. And then the rest of my stuff can roll. So this is a 3. That's my swordfish. These are 3 6s. This is the fighters, 2 fighters, and a actually 1, 2 fighter on the French cruiser. And then I have 3 7s. Those are my Spitfires, and then my coastal battle wagon. All right, here we go. Okay, well, I'm liking the 1s and 2s. So 1s and 2s, those are both hit. Oh, the 6 here is a hit as well. The 3 is a definite miss. The 8 is a hit with the battleship. And the 5 and the 2 are 2 hits. I think that's enough. I've got to get 6 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so I took out that German fleet in one fell swoop. And honestly, I forgot to roll my 2 4s with my bomber, which I brought in as well, because he's kind of off to the side, but that's okay. Gonskis. All right, well, he got some good hits back, so he got a hit with that one. The 6s is not a hit, the 4 is not. So he got 2 hits on me. Okay, so I'm going to have to decide what dies here. And so you don't get bored. That's all the dice rolling. So I'm just going to pause the video because that's everything. And then we will fix the board. Okay, so there's the Deadpool there. So I lost a destroyer, the ferry swordfish, and I took a point of damage on my coastal battle wagon. So that is that. All my aircraft ended up back in London. And now we're going to do our non-coms. I didn't show you the build. All right, well, we'll show you that. It's not very exciting. So the 2 guys from Liverpool are going to move down into there, and the guy from Scotland is going to move down into there, down into Liverpool. The Canadians are all going to coagulate here in Quebec. Sounds fleet. Over here, we're going to have a South African boy hop on to Mr. Transport, which is going to come back one, and he's going to come into Liberia. So South Africa, I think I put a British roundel there. I need a South African roundel. All right, which looks eerily similar. So South Africa is going to go up one. And the two destroyers are going to move. They're going to move up to here. No, they're not going to move up to there. They're going to stay. They're going to stay with the transport here. Over here, this transport is going to grab these two guys. Go 1, 2. Bring them up to Uganda. The Anzacian infantry is going to move up there. Over here. Actually, we're going to do this one. Nah, let's stay in Europe here. So we're going to grab two boys out of Cairo. We're going to hop on Mr. Transport. Whoop, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3 all the way into Sea Zone 40 beside the Yugoslav destroyer, which actually now is a British destroyer. We are going to take Britain and we're going to take Greece. All right, so there we go. So that's pretty cool. So Britain's going to grab those $6 there, which we're desperately going to need. There's that. This was the big debate, what to do here. The big debate. All right. Well, we're going to move this fleet over into the Med. So I'll do a rundown for my opponents later. But we're putting the British fleet into the Med. It is there. And we are going to swap. Now we're going to keep the swordfish there. Okay. Over here, we are going to have a man and a tank hop on and go 1, 2, 3. Actually, we're going to keep the tank there. We're just gonna take one guy on the transport, go 1, 2, 3. I don't know why I moved that thing into southern Iran, and we're gonna pick that up. Okay. All these guys are gonna move into Calcutta, and the Burma guy is gonna move into Bangladesh. And Zach is going to go pick up 2 guys. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to the Dutch East Indies, and we're going to claim that. The reason I don't have a token out here is because we were having quite a back and forth about how we're going to handle all this, because I don't know if you noticed. Actually, I don't have it set up properly, but Holland didn't fall in Germany's turn. They got some good dice, I guess, and the Germans turned away. So we have now decided that these are all just pro-allied and can be activated by any allied nation. And at the end of round 1, the allies can move the fleet. So we're just going to scoop those. That's 2 points there. This is pretty typical stuff after all is said and done. And then Buddy's going to march onto there. So it's a 3-point play. And we have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're going to think we can go here and we're okay. Yeah, we can go there. So we're going to bring up boys up there. All right. And the fighter is going to land in 1, 2, 3. Nah. I think he's ready to bring the U.S. in just yet. And there we go. So this is a man And that is not going to change anytime soon. All right, so that is it for the movements of the British. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. You're moving into Cairo. And you're moving into Cairo. You're going to stay in Alexandria and fight the good fight. All right. Now I think that is everything. So we are going to show you the builds that we have all lined up here. So you have a factory. We have 35 bucks with Britain. So we're going to spend 12 on a factory. That's going to go into Cairo. And 21 on 7 boys. They're going to go into London. There we go. And that saved $2 for Britain. Canadians built a destroyer. So they saved $3. And there we go. Whoops. Sorry, Azores. Didn't declare war on the Azores there. It's Portugal. Sorry. For FEC, we've built 4 guys. So 1 each in there and 1 in Calcutta. So I'm just going to move all these guys back. And then 1 guy in there. And then the stack of 3 goes in there. Because we only built 1. And then an artillery as well. We spent everything. And Anzac getting a transport. So I've just got to swap out that guy there. And there we go. All right, so that is everything. So as we look at what is going on, the British have gone up 6 from their 7, pardon me. So they got 2 for Greece, 4 for Yugoslavia, 1 for Southern Iran. So they're up 7, so they're up to $40. And I'll have to check on their NOs. Anzac is up to 13. Canada remains at 10. And South Africa is now has up here, so they now have 4. But they also get a bonus of 1 because there are 8 transports on the board for the oh, there's one final thing I was going to move. It's 1, 2, 3. There we go. So we have a, hopefully that non-combat's okay. If not, I'll put it back. We have 8 transports on the board. There's 1 there. There is 1 there for 2. 3, 4, 5. We have 6, 7, and then there's a Canadian transport way over yonder for 8. So Canada and the UK and South Africa will all get a little bit of extra money. I think 2 for UK and 2 for Canada, maybe 1 and 1 for the South Africans. So a little bit of extra scratch there as a bonus to encourage you to build some transports to move things around. All right, well, that is everything, folks. Fairly successful round, I should say. Loss of a destroyer and a damaged battleship and a swordfish to get rid of a bunch of evil German stuff. But there is more evil German stuff everywhere you look. Tons and tons, but they're supposed to be because they've got a lot of things to do. All right. Well, thanks for watching, folks. Hopefully you are staying warm if you live in North America right now, north of maybe the 45th parallel. It's been pretty frosty. A little warmer today. It's only -2 Celsius. So that's like 28 or something Fahrenheit. So it's a little nicer. But stay warm. And don't forget, hug your loved ones. Thank your friends for playing. And may the dice be with you.